Good looking.
I don't look good in shades outdoors.
Shh, relax.
He used to drink a lot, now he talks a lot. He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda Show. When he drank a lot, he would fight a lot. He might punch you in your nose. It's the Eric Miranda Show. There are people who would tell you he is crazy, but if you listen closely, he's unbelievable. He used to drink a lot, now he talks a lot. He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda Show.
What up, dogs? What up? Got some special people here tonight. We got Dave Lanici in the house. Lanici, Jesse Taylor-ish, and of course the wife. Hey, Lanici, I think I'm gonna tell people why you're Dave Lanici.
You should.
So this is pretty funny. So back in the hey Denise, what's happening? Back in the day when we first met, we actually met because my girlfriend at the time was his best friend's ex-girlfriend, and there was like a 15-minute overlap. Ian, you remember Nikki Sprinkle? You've met her.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I knew this kid Lucchese who called himself Lassess, and Nikki mentioned, I said, who's that guy who was giving me dirty looks with your ex-boyfriend? And she said, oh, it's Dave Lanice. I said, where's he from? She said, Ohio. I said, these idiots, they don't even know how to say an Italian name. She said, what? I said, it's Lanici. I said, Lanici is Lanici. And she said, he spells it Lanese. And I was like, oh, well, Lene, what's up, Craig Chop? What's happening? Craig's got the whole family picture there. He doesn't have his Mickey Dolenz fro anymore.
His
So anyway,
whole family's listening.
I don't think I was giving you a dirty look, though.
No, you weren't giving me a dirty look. It was
Looking at how handsome you were.
You were. Well, that's what it is. By the way, you guys like this? Got my hair all done. I feel like my hair. I look like Craig Trop used to look right now. I look like Mickey Dolenz. So I have it. I have actually two ponytails. I'm twice as gay as I was last week. So anyway, so guys, I want to pull up some news just for like a topic of discussion. So let me just see how we do this here. Slides, nope. Share screen. Sharing screen with two monitors. Yeah, we heard you say. Okay, so let's start with Hailey Bieber. All right, so Hailey Bieber, we all know her as Justin Bieber's wife. Oh wow, do they pay us for putting that Samsung ad up on there? So Hailey Bieber, apparently, according to this article, her fans call her out. You guys ready for this? This is the best because this goes so deep into other things. So Hailey Bieber, this was very embarrassing. What does that mean? Very embarrassing? Is there? Am I missing the? Is there a reference? Is her name like Hailey Berry Bieber or something? Anyway, critics are mocking Hailey Bieber's road line after the brand made a major error via Instagram. Bieber 26 posed pinup style in a sexy high-waisted bikini while leaning against a vintage Corvette convertible. Blah blah blah. I'm going to give you the gist of it because I read this. Essentially, she said, hey, is this how we get for? There we go. Somebody said, hey, can I get your product in Alaska? And they tweeted, oh, yeah, we're working on shipping to other countries now. Guys, that is like the greatest thing because, first of all, I immediately thought of Sarah Palin on the cross saying, Peter, I can see your house from here. I mean, Lanici, you're muted. What happened?
Do you know who Hailey Bieber's dad is, right?
No.
Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
Is it Stephen Baldwin?
Yeah, it's a Baldwin.
Oh, because really? Oh, yeah. It's funny. I think I learned that today. Not just now, like earlier today. But anyway, so Hailey Bieber, which a Baldwin.
So her dad's from Long Island. That's why she thinks it's another country.
So I'm hearing that ticking again.
Not from me.
No, it's your mic's distorting again, Jesse Taylor-ish. So anyway, so Hailey Bieber, I don't think she did it personally, but remember when Sarah Palin was on the cross and she said, Peter, I can see your house from here, because they didn't think she had foreign policy experience and she could see Russia. Well, that, so listen, man, Haley Bieber said that they're going to ship to another country, Alaska, but then it made me think of something
She
even
didn't
better.
say. Her
What was
reps,
that?
her
Well,
reps,
her rep said that, right?
she's not
Check
paying
it out.
attention to what they're saying.
Stay with the thread.
Okay.
Stay with the thread. So what happened was I couldn't help thinking of Sarah Palin, but then I started looking up people, Alaska, wrong country, Sarah Palin. It turns out in 2016 or 20, I don't remember which one it said, there were people saying if Donald Trump wins, they were going to move to another country. And they had a breakdown of which country, like Brazil, Canada, the UK, Germany. 5% of the people who hated Donald Trump said they were going to move to Alaska if he was elected. And I was thinking, wait a minute, you're going to leave the country for a country that elected Donald Trump president, but you'll move to a country that elected Sarah Palin as president. Come on, man. It's like, so I'm loving this. I feel bad for her. I make faux pas on Instagram.
I don't feel bad for her.
Why not?
Yeah, she's doing all right.
Yeah.
Isn't Billy Baldwin the cool one? Isn't he the only one who's not like a Hollywood dick?
I thought it was Steven.
Well, that's Steven's her dad.
Oh, Steven's her
Yeah,
dad.
I thought Steven was like a
Kazichi. Hey, by the way, Kazichi's
not like,
on there.
Alec and raging lunatic tweeting.
I can't remember if Steven or Billy are the one. One of them's like super religious. I think it's Steven, her dad.
Yeah, I think
is super religious.
Yeah.
So I think Billy's the only semi-normal one, but I don't know which Baldwin's which.
That's all relative.
All right,
Yeah.
that mic.
The Baldwin's like the Gallaghers.
That mic is staticking up again. Sorry.
You know what,
Billy's
Eric?
the hot Baldwin.
What was that? Who's
Billy is the hot Baldwin.
Billy's the hot Baldwin? Wait, is he the religious one?
I don't know, but Steven, this is terrible, but Steven was known as the ugly Baldwin.
Is he?
Yeah,
Well, Haley Bieber doesn't look so ugly.
Well, I don't think Stephen Baldwin's
He's
that
not
ugly,
ugly.
but, relative to Alec and Billy.
Which
he's
one was in
ugly.
Usual Suspects?
Steven. No, Billy.
No. Was he?
It was Billy that was in that. He was great. Whichever one it was.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Usual Suspects.
Let me see. Which one is in Usual Suspects? I don't know. I don't think I saw that. What was that movie about? Craig Schrapp. Steven was Unusual Suspects. All right, Craig Schrapp there. By the way, Kazichi just popped on. Kazichi was upset because he's like...
Kazichi's not on.
Kazichi is
Steven.
listening right now.
Get out.
Kazichi...
Please
Sheila,
type it in here.
pop Kazichi up. So Kazichi got so jealous because he's like
Hey,
son-
oh my God, he is. I'm staying and buying more guns.
dude. He's like daughters and sons of the revolution. You know that, right? Like he's related to Betsy Ross, and he was so
he's
upset.
the real deal.
When he found out we were both Italian, though, he felt kind of out of place and like,
When he found out we were Italian, I think he knew from the beginning.
All right, so hey, is there an input? Hey, Jesse, is there an input on that?
No, because I'm traveling. I don't have a mic. I'm just using my iPad. Does it sound that bad to everybody?
It's every time you talk, it's blowing my headset up.
I don't hear it, but I don't have those nice headphones on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear it in my headphones, Eric. I'm sorry.
It's Sheila, you hear it?
Little ticking sound, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little ticking sound. It's
I'll
so-
either have to check out. I can't really do much about it. I'm sorry.
all right. So check it out. So all right. So Haley Bieber, Justin Bieber. Wait, now Justin Bieber, dude.
Did you see the pictures of Justin Bieber with Haley Bieber wearing the pink hat and the weird sweatsuit, the Crocs?
What's he doing?
It was funny. I mean, he can get away with it, in my opinion. But
Well, dude, after
Very
that
few
Justice
could, like-
record, the guy's amazing, man.
yeah, if it were Harry Styles, it'd be.
Well, Harry Styles got no styles. So, all right. So check it out. Now, I want to go back to something from last week, just so you know. Ian and I Jesse and I were talking about Jodi Arias. Well, Sheila was talking about it too, but and I pulled up some pictures. Like this one wasn't that hot of her. Sorry, just kidding. That's
Was that
definitely
you?
that's definitely not the best picture of
That's
Jodi.
nightmare
Get that
material.
off the screen. I'm not gonna-
No. So I pulled up. I pulled.
He's
so-
definitely the ugly Baldwin.
the Carrot Top is the ugly ball. Dude, that guy looks like Rocky Dennis and Danny Bonaducci had a baby. I know I
What do you
said
got
that
to
last
do to
week.
get a face like
Yeah.
that?
It's amazing. So check it out. So this is the picture I pulled up of Jodi Arias, and that's kind of librarian hot, but you know, I mean, I like the fact that she's mugging when she's about to go to jail for murder, and she's worried about mugging for Instagram. But but then I found these. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I want to show you yet.
Right.
This is a beautiful girl, right? Very pretty. And this one right here, very pretty. And this one right here, nice smile. But this one, if you really look closely, wait, yeah, Ivan, it's Carrot Top. We were saying he's the ugly bald.
Eric, stop reading.
No, I'm allowed to read. That one's up on the screen. Now look at Jodi Arias here, dudes. That is a psycho face right there. Like, what sound is she making? What is she mumbling? What type of death planning is she like? That's where she's like, "Oh, you're breaking up with me." Like she's talking through those teeth without, you know what I mean? She's kind of doing like this, like, "Oh, you're gonna break up with me? You think I'm a Mormon? You break up with me? You think because you're a Mormon you could have 7 wives? Am I one of them?" Like.
So your obsession with her is fascinating because obviously you would have dated her,
dude. I
even knowing what she's done.
Dude,
I think
I would
if you were single, you would still date her.
I would absolutely let her kill me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, I'm going to go to the wife for a minute. I think she would do the same with Hot Felon.
No, I don't think. Well, he didn't murder anybody. He didn't murder anybody.
But if it wouldn't make a difference, I'd still date her. I'd date him. But Jodi, you're obsessed with Jodi Arias is fascinating, but you're not far off.
Look, I'm just telling you that because look, so people kept saying to me like, "Hey, man," because I put out that clip. People were saying, "Hey, you know, you mentioned Jodi Arias. I don't remember. You don't need to know who she is." The whole point was, look, my daughter and I, and sometimes Sheila, we watch murder shows. We watch the murder tapes. We watch cold case files. We watch, See No Evil. And there are some major screwy, creepy, horrible things that people do to other people. Like they don't just kill them. They do weird stuff, right? And this newspaper article was like, the gruesome nature of the crime that Jodi Arias committed and raptured. No, it was her looks. Come on. Like hot people get away with murder.
Well, she didn't get away with it.
She didn't get away with it.
She gets in the public.
The gruesome part is they put that in every description of a crime.
But okay, when I say she didn't get away with it, she was convicted because there were 4 females on the jury. Because if it was all men, they'd be like, "What'd you say, Your Honor?" You know what I mean? Like they'd have to like.
What did you say?
But you know what I'm saying, right? It's like they would have to when they're doing the interview, they'd have to interview the guy's penis. No, think about it. Like, okay, so hey, have you ever been like stalked by a woman? No, but I think my penis has. What else can you say? So these are facts. And then what's her name was in the news again?
Hold on. These are facts? It's facts.
It
was all guys. If it was all men on the jury, that she'd be out and about.
Ian, if you
she'd be stabbing you in the neck right now.
Would you have convicted her?
No fucking way.
Dude, like no way, right?
I might have, because at this age I would have no chance of dating her, so I might have convicted her.
So,
but 15 years ago, maybe not.
Where'd Lenici? Oh, there he is. What was that? That was like the thing on the computer. I don't know. So, all right. So Jodi Arias is hot, and then the chick on the plane. He's like he.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason Carrot Top is up here, everyone, is Chris.
It's because he was on the plane.
It does.
Nice
this
one,
is
Chris.
An important point that our friend Kazichi is making here.
He said totally.
It's part of the whole. It's part of the whole theory.
I think he missed the previous picture. One of those pictures up there gives you the evidence you need.
Oh yeah, they're okay. Wait, you know what? You can actually see like some boobage underneath the bra and everything.
That'd be nipple shadow.
That'd be nipple shadow, but that's like
Photoshopped.
You think so?
Maybe.
No, I think that's nipple. I'd like to believe it's real nipple shadow.
I
Very
think
dark.
this is, and I think this is kind of before. Wait, what was that?
Yeah, she's innocent.
She's innocent, totally innocent, right? So there are reasons.
What's that, Your Honor?
Yeah, Chris Kesey just said innocent. So exactly. So it's like, dude, come on, think about it, right? Like, I wanted to go to Cincinnati Bible College. My penis is like, dude, you're going to like Villanova. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Villanova.
Yeah, that was weird.
the point is, it's a party school.
I think you're
man.
thinking of like,
Columbus State?
University of Arizona.
Listen, you lowbrow people.
Wait,
Anyway,
so there could be people in the jury, though, guys that would irritate, right? And they're not all.
No one I know, but yes.
Right.
Like normal people.
You don't associate with these people,
Well,
but they exist.
they
They could be on
exist.
the jury.
So freaky. By the way, so everyone who's watching, the reason this Baldwin is up on the screen is because of
Red Baldwin.
ugly Baldwin. The reason Carrot Top is on my screen is
Yeah, Carrot Top listens to us. He follows us.
well, Carrot Top is definitely Carrot Top. It was allegedly on the plane. He claims he was on the plane when the chick was, what's her name again? The one who was
You're not
freaking
real.
out.
Hallucinating. And
Yeah, right. So she's in the news again. I saw her on TMZ. Apparently, she flew again.
She flew.
No, she flew again. It's like well, she's an ad exec. She's gonna fly again. So at the end of the day, when hot chicks do crazy things, it's just not as bad as when, unless it's other women, like, because apparently, so the halo effect, we talk about this. You guys remember Dave? Do you remember Dave Bowles, the guy who's in the Madonna sex book?
No.
Tall blonde
No.
model I used to hang out with. Anyway, so he did the halo effect. They used him.
Well, hold on, let me rewind. Tall blonde model I used to hang out with. That's when Eric's name dropping a guy nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
All right, you can keep going. None of us.
Well, Sheila knows who he is. Madonna knows who he is.
It's good enough for Madonna.
If it's
Yeah.
good enough for Madonna, it's good enough
You
for
keep
me.
talking. Keep telling your story. I'll get the pics.
Okay. All right. Pull up.
That's my
pull
job.
up. Pull up some pics of David.
Except I don't know how to spell his name.
Maybe we could talk about Madonna.
Boals.
Okay.
WBOALS. So they used him for the halo effect. So they take an average looking guy like me, an ugly guy like Dave. No, they take him, a regular guy, and an ugly guy, and they give them all the same credentials, same credit rating, same high school transfer, whatever, and they apply for jobs, loans, and college applications. And the good-looking guy wipes everybody out in terms of getting accepted. The middle guy does next, and the ugly guy, his life sucks. He's ugly, dude.
Yeah,
So
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I can relate to it too. So anyway, but with the women, it's actually the middle chick who gets the best. I think the good-looking chick is in the middle because they're always like, well, she's hot, but she can be a problem. So it's always some angry woman. Honey, you didn't have to pull one up of him like scantily clad. I just finished telling everybody I hang out with this guy.
Is that big enough? Can you see that one? Okay.
He's
It's
got
not
his
big
hand
enough.
in his pants, and she's asking if it's big enough. Jesus, do you have any
Nah.
shame?
I see
Not
why
for
you
me.
hung out with him.
What was that?
I can see why you hung out with him.
So
Was he behind you?
this is listen, dude. If you're gonna take one for the team,
Thanks,
if
Anishi.
you're gonna take one for the team, it may as well be David. I threatened when Matt Harrington got married. I actually threatened to bring. I was single. I said I'm gonna bring David Bowles. I threatened my drummer. You remember Matt, right? Tattoos, Long Island guy. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring David Bowles to your wedding. He's like, dude, me and my friends will beat the shit out of you. I was gonna get gay bashed for bringing a friend, man. So, all right, let's get to more news here, guys. The next thing in the news I want to talk about. Okay, this is pretty good. Some Russian stunt guy was trying to be. How do I do this? Screen share.
RussianStuntGuy.com.
No. Where is it? Present. Is it present? Yeah. Okay. Share screen. Yeah. Well, I gotta put this do not show again. Okay. This is pretty good. What is Keezy saying now?
Casey's actually funny.
Keezy's very funny. We've been hanging out with Keezy for years. All right, so this dude says Tom Cruise, he's not. A Russian stuntman's attempt to jump a car from one rooftop to another failed so badly he plummeted to the ground, yet miraculously he lived to tell the tale. The stuntman, whatever. How the hell do you... Evgeny Chopofatov.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Let the world in on his disastrous stunt when he shared video on Tuesday of himself revving up a white Lada Niva. Well, first of all, if you're driving a Lada Niva, isn't that a Rush song? A Russian-made SUV and speeding up a ramp. The plan was to land on the rooftop. But dude, look at this. Wait,
so is he driving in 7/8 time?
Jesus.
Is that a? Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Let me go to full screen here.
What kind of injuries did this dude suffer?
Okay, well, let's see. The plan was to land on the area, but instead he fell short of and smashed on the side of the building, put his friend in an instant panic. I would imagine so, unless his friend didn't like him. He and the car fell at least 50 feet to the ground, instantly wrecking the vehicle. We can see that. But somehow he pretty quickly climbed out of the mangled wreck, seemingly relatively unharmed, all things considered.
Whoa,
Safe to say, being able to walk away from this mess is an impressive landing.
Bubble wrap?
Dude, guys, I don't know, but do you love this photo?
It's a great photo.
That's a great photo.
Dude,
Did his friend take that photo, or did someone just nail it? Like, so I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of that mountain.
He was doing a stunt. I think they were probably. What's going on here? Oh, Joe the plumber is in the corner here. Oh, speaking of plumbers, okay, guys, get this. This is amazing. Here we go. Speaking of plumbers, here we go. We have Kanye West. Oh, this is so great. He was on a boat in Italy, and apparently, share screen. You guys see this? I know how to follow directions. Kanye West. Bear with me.
Oh yeah.
So his crack. So his plumber's crack is exposed for the world to see. And they say, Yeezy, can't you feel the breezy? But what's messed up is I'm kind of looking at it, kind of fascinated by what a great producer's crack would look like. And I'm like, what the hell is up this guy's ass? They have one of those filters on his ass.
Yeah, they have a pixelated it.
It has a picture, dude. It's like, what is it? His ass is like
much worse.
His ass is a Japanese porn star. Like, dude, like I saw his ass on like Gangland when he was like the witness. It's like, and they met like his ass has to change his voice. He's like, right? But, you know, when they ordered the hit.
Eric, I think you found your niche. Ass and dressings.
Listen, dude. It's like, well, I mean, you don't have to like. Listen, what are you gonna? It's a plumber's crack.
Like he's wearing any pants at all, is he?
Was that? No, they're down. He's doing that gangster thing. But dude, you don't fill that with a pixelation. You fill it with plumber's putty.
That's not like it looks like he's taking his pants off.
Whatever he's doing.
What's he doing?
What are the women with the cameras doing?
They're taking the picture of his crack.
No, they're not. They're like pointed in a different direction.
No, it's a bubble.
They're on a different boat.
They're definitely taking pictures. Let's see what it says. Okay. We've seen an awful lot of Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori. Well, she didn't censor that during her Italian trip, thanks to her rather revealing outfits. But now Kanye's the one showing serious skin. Okay, that's not serious.
By the way, I'm a big fan of her. I don't know why.
Dude, she went to a church event dressed as a condom 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by her.
She looked like a tube sock going to a party. And it wasn't a
tube sock with giant boobs. I'm fascinated by her.
Sock, by the way.
Not necessarily attracted to her, just fascinated by her.
No, I'm attracted to her. Dude, she dressed like a condom. How great
I didn't say I wasn't.
Hang on. All right, so
let's get back to Kanye's. Let's get back to Kanye's crack.
Hang on. Ye and Censori continued their tour of the country Monday. They're in Italy. This time making a stop in Venice. The two hopped on a water taxi, and when things got cheeky, when Kanye's entire backside was exposed as he tried to sit near the back of the vessel. Which vessel? His or the best.
Eric, can you do me a favor and just do a quick impression of Kanye's butt? What did his ass have to say?
When they ordered the hit, I was the first initiate in line and was forced to do the deed, even though the girl who we were to assassinate was my mother's cousin's daughter.
Can we have Kanye's ass as a co-host next week?
Listen, as long as he can do that filter.
I think we need to animate this.
like seriously, if I had her body, I'd be naked. Denise, listen, I'll tell you what. I mean, if I had my body, I'd be naked. It's just they'll arrest me. No, can't you? All right. So anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, they're taking pictures, wife for sure. You didn't censor anything else could. What the hell is this? Is that their?
That's a good look.
Is he a superhero? Is that Ye? Is that Yeezy? Is that Sensori? Look, they even blurred out her boobs and she's dressed. You know you have great boobs when you're wearing clothing and they censor them anyway.
They do that to me a lot.
Dude, I'm telling you, between his ass and those boobs, they have like a triad of information on these gangsters. All right, what else do we got?
Hey, let me ask you a quick question, Eric. Do her boobs talk?
Yeah, but they don't mumble.
I was pushing it for a new impression.
Actually, I speak for them. So, all right. So let's.
It looked like he was getting ready to get on the, ass cleaner, the bidet there.
Who's that?
It's Keezy.
Keezy?
He's right. He's got
there's a bit. So you're saying he was going for a bidet? Yeah, but dude, will the bidet be able to wash?
Maybe he was asking if he needed a bidet there.
Dude, can a bidet wash the pixelation out of someone's crack? That's the question. What's up, Joe Welsh? All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so I think that's good right there. So let's go to what else do we have in the real news? By the way, I don't know why anybody reads like political news when they can just read TMZ. It's so much better. Hang on. Share screen. Instructions. Every time I do that, it says click if you don't want to see the screen again. And I just can't get my head around it. Okay. Joe Montana says Tom Brady's not the best quarterback. If we have time for that. Okay. This one is great.
Crystal, that one's not interesting, by the way. The Joe Montana one.
Well, it's not interesting because it's like you're not the best. So who are you to say who?
And he's saying Dan Marino is, which, I mean, kind of hard to say Dan Marino's the best, and he's won no Super Bowls.
But yeah, totally. Ivan,
and
yes.
His wife wasn't hot either.
I did like that commercial.
He did.
You remember the Isotona? He actually made me buy Isotona gloves. He said
he did. He had those.
He said these gloves protect the hands that protect me. So Ivan Albert said he's going to get Kanye and his crack on the show, which is awesome. All right, so check it out. So this is. Hang on. Come on, these are ads, man. You got to pay me for that.
You got an X up there.
I know. Okay, so Crystal Hefner recalls group sex at Playboy Mansion with Hef. It was embarrassing. This is my favorite of the week. Hugh Hefner's widow opens up about their first night together, alleged restrictions she had in the mansion, and claims he took so much Viagra he went deaf in one ear.
Dude, can that happen?
What?
Dude, exactly. Dude, when you have a boner that's so big that it pulls the tympanic nerve out of your ear, I mean, and she said there was a room full of people. I hope Q-Tip was there. It's like, can you imagine? I mean, I don't even want to get into it. And then she mentioned Stockholm Syndrome, and I actually had to look it up. You know what Stockholm Syndrome is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what the wife has.
It's what. Your wife's not on the show.
My wife doesn't even have Stockholm Syndrome. She wants out.
She wants right. She's not even at least mine's being fooled, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So. Yeah, I thought this was going to give us more juice, this one. What if we latest Playboy creator? No, because it gets depressing after the funniness of his boner.
I need to go take a shower.
Yeah, totally. Just from thinking of him, right? He puts like a sheen on you. Like, all right, what else? Joe Montana. So Joe Montana is boring, right? Okay, guys,
He is. Boy.
Okay, this is the one that I need to talk to you guys about. So, in order to let people know that that the radioactivity in the ocean in Japan isn't a problem, apparently the Prime Minister of Japan is eating the fish in public to encourage other people to do it. I don't know. And then I'm thinking, what could happen to a guy like that? Are we going to be facing a war with Japan and he's like a superhero or something because he's got radio? He's going to be like the Hulk.
Japan's prime minister is trying to show fish is safe to eat since the Fukushima nuclear power plant started releasing radioactive wastewater. He and 3 cabinet members ate sashimi at a lunch meeting today. The flounder, octopus, and sea bass were all caught off the Fukushima coast. Experts say all seawater and fish sampling data have been below set safety limits since the treated wastewater release began last Thursday.
Has he lost his mind, shooting nukes from his behind? Can he screw at all with his radioactive balls? He was turned to steel, eating a Fukushima meal.
What do you?
First off, I saw the whole video and I saw you sing it, but like in an old Japanese movie. Going,
Yeah, totally. You noticed,
like, even though you weren't on, I saw you sing it and your mouth was off.
dude. It's totally. Well, that's probably like a legitimate delay thing, but dude,
You started this story totally out of sync.
dude, you want to
Yeah,
fight me? You fight me now. Whichever falls, have some tea. Then you must die. You want to fight the master? You must be crazy.
Camera.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, see, Joe Welsh. He just tipped into politics. Yeah, we know that. Whoever thought after the rape of Nanking that we'd be on the Japanese side? Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Better off eating the mercury in a thermometer. Totally. Yeah, my friend David, who we were talking about earlier, he was better off eating the Freddie Mercury.
That went over my head.
Eric and I have an endless Freddie Mercury.
Well, see, Ian and I are the biggest Queen fans in the world, but we only talk about Roger Taylor, the drummer. We never talk about Freddie.
How's that possible?
Because
we never talk about Brian May.
I talked with Brian May all the time with his brother Brian.
Have you ever seen Roger Taylor? He's beautiful. That's why we talk about him.
There's still room. Freddie was beautiful.
Freddie was not just you guys only talk about Roger Taylor. You guys don't ever have a conversation without talking about
that's
Roger.
yeah. We never. I literally did like a 30-second podcast about Roger Taylor and just sent it to Ian one day.
We were talking about black Israelites the other day, and it turned into a Roger Taylor.
It totally turned into like it's like, you ever notice the sand? The Israelite sand is like the same color as Roger Taylor's hair. Did you remember Sandy or Sandra Dee from Greece? Who's hotter, her or Roger Taylor from Queen?
The other day, actually, with an email conversation was, and I don't know if everyone knows this, but anyone listening should probably look this up. Look up pictures of young Roger Taylor and young Benjamin Orr from the Cars. They are the same people, and they're both freaking beautiful.
Really? They are so beautiful.
Oh my God! They should have been. They should have been in the band together.
They should have been in a band together.
Yeah.
What would they call it? Tail or? I think Roger Taylor.
That's pretty good.
Can we get a snare hit after that?
I can put one up. I'm not going to do it. So guys, like, so
everyone do it on their own.
But you know what's kind of annoying me though? TMZ really, they're kind of doing this thing now where they do get political. You know, they get into real politics. I'm like, come on, man, I'm trying to avoid that.
Really? Like, in what, why? And
Like they just like one time I went there and it was like, this is years ago. They were talking about Colin Powell and his rock star looks, and I was looking at him and I was like,
what?
yeah, and I was
What
like,
rock star?
I don't. That's what they were saying. They were like, and I was,
Exactly.
Aging rock star?
well, he's
The
dead.
Colin
missing
Powell?
person?
This is like 6 years ago. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't he the first black Joint Chiefs of Staff? And I was like, that doesn't look like a victory. He's so white. Like my Uncle Sal is darker than that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a rock star either.
Maybe Mitch McConnell, a rock star.
Dude, Mitch McConnell. Somebody asked him about climate change and he said, I'm freezing. I mean, dude,
He looks like Alice Cooper's father, I think.
does he?
Yeah.
Well,
They're
school's
calling
out.
him.
No,
They're
listen.
calling him
Look,
Glitch McConnell.
dude, totally. But it's you guys remember the Incredibles when they had? Remember when they were and people go, they be talking to the politicians. But the problem isn't that I have anything against people going senile. It's like get off the stage, you moron. Like you and Dianne Feinstein and
like half of
Pelosi.
the leaders in this country.
Dude, what?
But if you see now, you don't know it, so you may as well keep doing what you're doing. You think you're all right.
No,
I mean, look at this show.
guys, it's a problem.
That's right.
No, guys,
We're still doing
listen. I'm telling you guys, if we're still doing this when we're 70, it's I want Mitch McConnell to hold on until he poops his pants during a presser.
And you know what? He'll poop his pants and he'll keep going. He'll take 30 seconds, but then he'll keep going because that's all he knows how to do.
Will he make the face?
Griffin and Family Guy.
Right.
Pooping the pants won't change anything.
Well, it didn't change anything for Biden,
So if
and that was in
If
front of
we-
the Pope,
we're still doing this when we're 70,
dude.
are we doing this in 2 years?
I'm sure he's wearing diapers.
Dude,
so
it does.
won't
But
be a
listen, I want to tell you. But again, it's not the. I don't want to make fun of people going senile. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. It's. But Ivan is
true.
correct. But no. But see, the thing is.
Yes. he's
So I
right.
was in the gym.
We shouldn't avoid it.
Listen, I was in the gym at TCR about 5 or 6 years ago, and I had a personal locker with my name on it. And some dude, some tall, definitely was handsome back in the day dude, has his shit in my he was like this, he was like 70 and he's like handsome. And he
Still thinks he's handsome.
so I opened my locker and his shit's in my locker because all of his friends have named lockers next to mine. So he wants to be a big shot. So I took his stuff off. When I came back from my workout, he actually said, "Who put my stuff on the bench?" I said, "The guy whose locker it is." And he got tough with me. My dad was alive at the time. I'm like, out of respect for my dad, I'm just going to walk away. I see this guy a week later in the gym. He's wearing a diaper. And I wanted to say,
remember this
dude, you
story.
can't mouth off to me when you're wearing a diaper. It was forgivable until that. I was horrified. Oh my God. I actually got like dressed down by a dude in a diaper and I had to just take it like a man. And then these guys have no shame. Guys, you go into the locker
Clearly.
room, they think their balls are their junk.
What is
Like
that?
you're sitting there and this one guy, like it's like, when you're on the bus and somebody's got their bag in the only available seat. It's like, dude, is that your package? It's like,
Yeah.
right.
Can you
like-
get your sack off?
And
my
right, and then
chair?
they'll talk to you like it's normal to have your nuts 6
This is
like,
100% true.
dude.
I've been telling people this. It's worse in California.
Is it worse, dude? This one dude, he's naked. He's got long old man nuts, and he crosses his legs. He crosses his legs. It looked like he had a plucked chicken in a headlock. It was just like, bro. And he's talking to me and my friend like it's like, dude. I'm telling you, it was like, hey,
We need,
Lord.
we need to open a restaurant just to put long old man nuts on the menu.
Dude, pluck
As an appetizer.
Yeah,
chicken.
Of course.
Pluck chicken balls. That could be like that way. Chickens don't have balls, but you know what I mean. Like, pluck chicken, somebody else's balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there, dude.
Long,
not.
I'm
I
gonna,
already forgot what it
Open
was.
for a long time.
I'm going to make that work, dudes. That's going to work. It's kind of like a lyric in a song. You just keep massaging it until it makes sense. So, all right. So what else? All right. And what about that dude on The Bachelor? There was a dude on The Bachelor who died, but it was because somebody hacked his Instagram account, and everybody's taking him to task because he waited 18 hours to say he wasn't really dead.
It was everybody.
Like TMZ, Page 6, all the celebrity gossip.
I missed the whole thing.
Nikki Swift. They're all. Yeah. So he apparently like.
What about Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. She didn't die yet.
Did she comment on this whole thing?
No, but no
This
Britney.
Swift.
Hang on. Britney Spears.
She comment?
She didn't comment, but she did it again. I can't find it, but this dude, so they're mad at him. The gossip people are mad at him because he didn't report that he wasn't really dead. It's like, dude, if people are saying I'm dead, it's not my job to tell them I'm not dead.
He was trying to get back in, he said. He couldn't get in. Like, he reported that he wasn't back on that account.
Is that what he said?
And who cares? It's his life. If he wants to die for 18 hours and come back,
listen,
that's the problem.
That's a long.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Nobody pays attention.
Yeah.
He should have
bothering Ian about it.
No.
He should have come back with a tan, and people would be like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "That golden light in the tunnel. That shit was on my face for 18 hours." he's fucking
been through hell and back.
He's negotiating with St. Peter. He's like, "Dude, listen, man.
My
He's like,
Instagram account got
all right, if they keep me locked down on my account, I'm not staying." Oh my God. Oh, dudes. Oh man. So, all right. So Sheila wants to play a game. What's the game we're playing?
Doing that now?
Yeah. You guys want to do it? Dave, the game, did your friend write this book, Sheila?
Yeah.
Okay. Odd or not odd?
Odd or not odd?
I like
This has nothing to do with Stockholm syndrome, right?
Right.
Just
Julie
blink
Riley,
twice.
Dave Wren,
Blink
Rachel
twice if
Roberts.
you need help.
Very good family game.
Okay.
If you want a family game this weekend. It's a fun fight. Are you guys ready? I'm going to read and you have to tell me whether it's odd or not odd.
Wait. Before you go on,
right.
honey, let's look at her background. It's like, hey, what section of New York do you live in? The left panel.
She lives in the center.
All right.
Okay, ready? All right.
You ready?
This is a good one. Is it odd or not odd? I have to before I ask this question, note that this is a book written by Midwesterners. So,
No.
Is it odd
They're
or
the
not
worst.
odd to have flipped someone off?
That's not odd.
That's obligatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, who
Right
here hasn't? Sheila, have you ever flipped anyone off? Wait, you flipped me off. I mean, come on. So
I'm sure that I have.
It's a weird
not
thing
my go-to.
that you're actually holding a finger up. But
I have to tell you something.
where that all
I was
feels good, right? That's part of
yeah.
I was driving from Cumbria in the north of England to Manchester Airport in a sports car, and I'm on the wrong side of the road, and I got lost, and no one. Joe Welsh from Island Park. He's like, all these Island Parkers are like not odd. They're like, the only thing that's odd is you didn't give them 3 middle fingers. So I'm completely freaked out because I have no cell phone signal. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm going in the wrong direction. It took me hours. It took me 3 hours to go an hour and 45 minutes. And at one point I'm going slowly because I'm confused by the wrong side of the road. And I'm like, is this guy coming out in front of me? So I slow down and this dude honks at me and says, "Oh, you bastard," in some like kind of polite thing. And I went, "Fuck you, buddy." And like New York City came out of my mouth and rolled over and like Long Beach, Long Island and landed on me. And he literally went back like he'd never seen anything like it. And I'm like, what? I was being polite. He was being rude. So I said, "Fuck." And I just realized. So
that was odd to him.
What was that?
That was odd to him.
It was odd to him.
More than odd.
But I mean, the truth is, now that I'm doing it in the camera, it's kind of fucking odd to me.
Yeah, it's odd to me.
It's odd to me when I went like this. I feel weird. No, I'm never doing this again.
I have.
I feel
By the
like
way,
it's on the Long Island flag. Isn't there a Long Island flag with a big middle finger on it?
Should be if there isn't. Was that Staten Island?
But
All right, what
Yeah,
else
right.
you got?
Exactly.
what else you have?
Let's see. Yeah.
It's hard to be talking about Kanye's ass crack
All right.
and somebody's
He's got a
balls.
point there.
Is that odd?
Well, I
I
mean,
don't,
by the way, Joe, it's
fun.
odd until you consider that he has 2 balls and not one.
get you.
Okay.
Get you.
Is it
You're up.
odd or not odd to have had an encounter with a ghost?
What kind
Odd.
of encounter? You stumble upon him in the trail or in the bedroom?
Okay. Oh, dudes. Fucking Daryl.
I think it's odd because I've never met a ghost.
I've never met a ghost I didn't like. No, I don't think I've met a ghost, but I.
Ghosts? Are we talking about ghosts?
So Daryl Hammond from
Oh,
SNL.
ghosts.
Ghosts. What did you think she
I
said?
thought it was goat.
Goat?
Yeah, must be my speakers or something. Couldn't hear.
Goat?
Sheila, is it ghosts
Oh, is
or
that what
ghosts?
you asked in the woods or the bedroom?
That's why I said on the trail you see a goat.
Dude,
but in the bedroom it would
by
be
the way,
odd.
dude, by the way, I thought that was one of your
I
finest
knocked
moments.
Sheila off out of the
Lenici,
frame.
that was one of your finest moments, dude. You shouldn't admit that you were.
Yeah.
I was like, why would I meet a ghost in the woods? Was there a
Me
cabin?
too.
It was beautiful. It was poetic. I felt like skipping the hilly brush.
I would be living a lie. I had to come clean.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Joe
Is it
Welsh said not
odd?
odd depending on your beliefs, and I agree.
Hold
with
on.
him.
Can I tell a quick story? So the first time I ever went to Vietnam, I was staying like outside Ho Chi Minh City, and I didn't have deodorant. And I had this guy from my office drop me off at a supermarket, but this is a Vietnamese supermarket in the middle of nowhere. It's not like a regular supermarket. And I lost my guy, and I'm trying to find deodorant to the end of the aisle, and I walk into a cow
Really?
in a giant supermarket, like an emaciated, skinny cow on a leash.
At least you know the beef.
So
They have cow
You know,
leash laws
there was just a guy walking a cow through a supermarket.
on a leash.
So, dude,
It wasn't really a leash; it was a rope. But yeah,
when you said that, though, it reminded me of that Mitch Hedberg joke when he was on
that one.
that one. The one he was on what was it? That 70s show, and the kids came in, they were making a ruckus, and he's working behind the ice cream counter, and he says, "Hey, I did not lose my leg in Vietnam to be harassed by a bunch of punky kids." And Ashton Kutcher looks over the counter and he says, "You have both your legs. Like I said, I did not lose my leg in Vietnam." Oh my God. Ghost.
So
The
if you
ghost.
bang into a goat
I've
in
been
a forest, it's like banging into a cow in a supermarket.
A ghost. All right. Okay. What's the next odd one?
Okay. Next one. Is it odd or not odd to eat all of one thing on your plate before moving on to something else?
I have a
Feel
fucking
erotic.
eating disorder. Stop it. Okay. I go to meetings for that shit.
I did that most of my life, but I think it's odd.
I have the weirdest food habits. Nothing is odd.
Yeah, I think food habits are all weird, right? Except for mine.
What? You're perfect eating.
Sheila, what do you think that's odd?
I do that exclusively on holidays.
What is
That's
it?
odd.
Why?
Well, because my family traditionally has like these
Joe Welsh, it's odd.
extremely abundant food things going on at holidays, and not a
Yes.
whole lot of consideration about how they all work together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's often Thanksgiving.
So it's kind of like, hey, someone's bringing taco pie and stuffing and
All
sweet
right.
potatoes.
Okay, now I would say it's not
And I'm not
odd.
going to go from taco pie to sweet potatoes and
It
back.
is. There's no. It's incongruent.
If there's
Yeah.
only 2 things, then it makes sense because I definitely save certain things for last. So if I
Yeah,
only
I
had,
always save
my
I
favorite
only
for last.
had mashed
The
potatoes.
Salisbury steak first. Save the little apple pie. For
Can I try? I'm trying to figure
The
out how to get
brownie,
incongruent.
last.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to get incongruent in the sentence because Lenici beat me to it.
Dude,
I don't
listen.
know. A ghost must have come at me. I don't know.
The
how.
ghost, he's
It was
channeling the
good.
ghost
You
of-
nailed it.
He's channeling the ghost of congruency.
Congruency is a state. I was incongruent.
So wait, so now somebody just mentioned a TV dinner, but wasn't that usually 3 things?
Yeah, but you're. You know.
You ate them one at a
Salisbury
time.
steak, you know, you want to. You probably start there.
You start with the mashed potatoes, then the gravy,
Yeah, the mashed potatoes where you start.
and then
But
you,
I would eat the mashed potatoes with the Salisbury steak.
I would
Yeah.
eat
I would
the TV.
Move my fork. Yeah, exactly.
So, guys, can we just
This is wisdom right here.
eat things the rest of it tastes like shit? And then,
That's it. It's simple. It really guides you.
Yeah.
What's going to taste shitty as it gets colder?
guys, just by the way, I have a new weapon. Save the pie for last. See, when you say save the pie for last, that's the pie I'm talking about. And when you say save the pie for last, this is the pie that Jesse's.
Yeah.
That's not a pie. That's a pie after it fell on the floor and somebody used their hand to push it back in. And the reason they used their hand is because they didn't have a broom, hence all of the things in that pie. What is that? Dude, I think they used his face for Kanye's ass crack.
This whole conversation is incongruent to what it really should be.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
All right, guys.
Oh, you got that
All right.
in there.
My favorite thing last week was when I brought up an actual video of the moon landing in India.
Yeah.
Apparently, they landed.
Hold on. The moon landing in India.
There's a moon, dude. It's
I didn't know that where the moon was.
guys, it's a big country. So, and
It's big enough to hold the moon.
I said, hang on. So this is okay, guys. This is, and I showed this to Ian, to Jesse, and Sheila, and what they said to me was, "Where's that from?" They thought it was from AlexJones.com. They thought it was from Prison Planet, and this is from ABC News or something along. It's like, dude, that
It's from a comic book.
dude, they landed an 8-bit spaceship on the moon. It's like, dude, this thing, like, they recorded the sound on a DA-88,
Yeah. They landed in 2D.
dude, and they used a ColecoVision screen. I mean, like, dude, what is the like, you know?
I think this moon landing was sponsored by ColecoVision.
Well, dude, the thing that's crazy
You know,
about
that's
it,
really the picture.
guys,
That's really the picture that they used. They used an animation to show they were landing on the moon,
dude, they used an.
but they couldn't come up with a better animation.
No, I'm
That's
telling
gonna
you, this
cause
is.
some
By the way,
trust
by the
issues.
way, that was a spaceship landing on the moon, and this is my junk.
Yeah, that was last week's joke.
No, that was not what I said last week. It was 2 weeks ago, and last week I said it was, that's not a filter on Madonna. Okay, you can change the setup, but the punchline is this.
Oh, holy Kanye's ass crack. Does Kanye's, let me ask you a quick question, Eric. Does Kanye's ass crack have anything to say about the moon landing in India?
I'm sure it does.
Dude. I mean, I guess
Is there a clip you can find?
Well, if I think he was lamenting the propinquity his crack feels to a crater, maybe.
What?
Can you say that as Kanye's ass crack, please? I was just trying to get you to do your impression.
What? Oh, when I realized that being in a gang was a commitment and a lifestyle, I knew I had to move away from my family for their safety. The funny thing is, Danger was exactly.
Those crime shows you watch are coming in.
Dude, listen, no, but that was like, by the way, Gangland was.
And did you say propinquity a minute ago? What was the word you used?
Yeah,
I said
you're ignoring me.
I
What
said
was
his
that
ass
word?
crack felt a propinquity to a crater.
Propinquity.
It's like brotherhood, like a kinship, sort of. I don't know
What happened to
why.
my congruent? You totally stepped.
Yeah, he destroyed you,
With
Lenici.
that.
Yeah, Lenici was relatable with incongruent.
man.
Finici's like way over everyone's head.
So
Yeah, come on my show and then smack me around a little bit.
God the hell.
You smack my
That's
brother
like
around.
trying to with the big words, but
Hey, you smack my brother around. You smack my word around. Michael, he was dropping 4-syllable words that I couldn't get.
It's 4 fucking
right,
syllables.
I'm dropping 4 syllables.
People couldn't get a drink.
I've never heard propinquity before.
Dude, he was dropping 4 syllables. He was dropping words 4 syllables at a time. People couldn't get a drink at the table. You know,
All right, we got a few minutes left. Sheila, you want to drop one more to us?
Give give us some more oddness.
Are you ready for one more? All right, I got one more. Well, one last one here.
You have
Is
a
it
whole
odd?
book. Why do you keep? She's so cheap. Last week she did the same thing.
We're running out of time.
she's
That's why
able
she's
to
doing
later.
that.
She's got a dropper. I'm like,
I gotta
Got a lot
dole
of
these
shows to
out.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
we
Is
can
it
make
odd
these
or
up.
not odd to bust
it's
the
a book.
person at the grocery store who has more than the maximum allowed items in the express lane?
To what? I'm sorry, I missed you for a
Yeah, they're
second.
just assholes.
To
Just-
bust the person who has too many
Oh, to
items in
bust
the
them.
express lane at the grocery
It depends on how many. If it's 15 items, they have 16. No, it's odd. If it's 15 items, they have 45. No, it's not odd.
But who's
Call
doing
them right
the
out.
If it's someone from the store, then that's fine. But if it's another, it's not odd. But
I'm cool calling somebody out.
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's
you
what I
know,
mean, like it's not an odd thing. It'd just be like, the fuck are you doing in this 15, item line when you got 50 items in your cart?
and it's always
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it odd for you to call them out?
No.
So
Well, depending on- I
you're-
agree. I agree.
I'm online behind you, or you're online behind me, and I call the guy out. Do you think, yeah, this guy's cool? Well, that was freaking weird.
no, I actually jump in on you, and I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
what fucking he said.
Yeah,
Well, no. See, look, this is
I
the
would
issue.
start a fight right there in the store.
Look,
I would.
I'm not supposed to break my anonymity at the level of radio, press, and film. However, I was in an AA meeting years ago, and this guy flipped out on another guy.
However, I'm
and
gonna
I
do
wanted-
it anyway.
And I wanted to knock the guy out, but I'm always the guy who knocks someone out, like when I was drunk. So I figured, let me sit on my hands. And so I kind of go through life letting other people take care of it.
So you
Right,
have a
right,
proclivity. You have a proclivity for knocking people
Dude,
out.
if you're going to, dude, I can't believe you have the
I
temerity.
can't top
I
it.
can't believe you have the temerity and the effrontery to
trying.
try and outword me. Stop, okay? Come on, fucking.
He's dropping 4 syllable words right and left.
Dude, speaking of which, okay, let's ask Dave Lanici. How many syllables in the word George?
2.
Yeah,
One,
George.
George.
And it's,
Athlete has
It's not Georgie. It's George.
dude, don't you start that, Dave. You're going down a slippery slope right there.
with athlete.
With athletes.
Absolutely.
That odd, you should bust him for having chip soda and moon pies. Dude, you know what happened? Listen, just so you know,
They're motorized cars.
hang on a second. The most, dude, when I think moon pie, that's what I think.
On that note,
Where's Sheila's one more odd?
We remember the time we almost got run over by the guy coming out of Costco with the hot dog in his hand and the
In the
motorized
wheelchair?
cart.
Yes, I do. Was that in Florida? Or was that here?
Yeah, he was coming out hot, handful of hot dog.
The motorized
okay.
car people are kind of like bikers. They kind of think they own everything.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, except the
Okay, one more
bikers can
here.
get off the bike.
It's true. That's why you don't. Yeah,
That
that's why
was
you don't.
mean. That was mean. I have friends in wheelchairs.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
not. It's actually very empathetic.
It was.
all right. Yeah.
All right. What do you?
And we're only about 2 years away from
Scooter guy.
being them.
True.
Dude,
All right.
Okay,
Is it
Sheila,
odd
one
that-
more.
Is it
Sorry,
odd
folks.
or not odd to dry the bristles of your toothbrush before you put it away?
Oh yes, very odd.
well, the only reason I do that is so Sheila
With a
doesn't.
hair dryer.
No. The reason I do that is so Sheila doesn't know that I used her toothbrush because I couldn't.
I'm sure she can smell that you did.
So I had never, ever thought of drying my toothbrush until I got married and I watched my wife dry a toothbrush. And then I think it's gross because she's using the same towel she wipes her hands on. So I think it's odd.
Well, how dry?
But she does dry a toothbrush.
I think if you have
Why?
a proper toothbrush dryer, it would be okay.
if
Why
I
does
if
she
I
dry it?
Why does she dry it? I never asked the
Yeah.
question. I secretly think behind her back, why is she trying this? But I've never, if she's listening, she's going to find out now that I think it's weird. I've never talked to her about it. You move in with someone and you find these habits and you're like, maybe everyone dries their toothbrush. Maybe just I don't.
the only thing that you move the only thing I found odd when Sheila and I moved in is that she leaves chemicals like cleaning chemicals by my food, and she leaves the knife sticking out into the sink, so I cut my hand on it, and then I realize she's doing it on purpose.
It's called Stockholm syndrome.
I'm feigning Stockholm syndrome.
Anyway,
along
guys,
with
I think this is my new look with the hat. What do you think?
That looks pretty good.
It worked this week.
Do I look like
And I
Well,
can't see her
you-
ponytail, so that's good.
when my kids drop the toothbrush sink in the toilet, I rinse them off and put them back in the holder. 3-second rule, dude. By the way,
I got
my
some
daughter's mom, who shall be nameless. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I only have one daughter with a mom, but she got mad at her roommate years ago, and she stuck his toothbrush in the toilet. And I actually insisted. I told her I'd never speak with her again if she didn't fix that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's weird.
Unless you take a picture of it and then, like they do with the cameras. Remember the old school joke where the robbers break into the house, and it's back when the people had film, they robbed the house, and then the people who developed their film, they've been brushing their teeth for weeks, but they developed their film, and like there's a robber and he stuck it up his butt, you know, and there's like you can't do that now because of digital. Probably doesn't work.
I'd be like, dude, that guy stuck my toothbrush up his butt and he didn't leave his number.
Is that frowned upon?
violated again.
Is that odd, sticking somebody's toothbrush up your butt?
Depends whose it is, perhaps.
All right, guys. We're at the hour. Man, time flies
Yep.
when you're having fun. Hey, guys, look at my ring lights. I look like Jody
Is that why
Harris.
this took so long?
By the way, just
You
hang
look
on,
like
hang
Jody
on.
Harris.
Look, I do. Look, hang on.
I like the ring light in your eyes there.
Dude, hang on. Where's the crazy one of her? No, that one, she looks cute. That one, she looks cute, and she got a nipple. That one, she looks cute. No, where is it? Come on, Jody. Where'd you go?
She looks
Where's-
crazy in more than one of those.
She
she's
looks
starting to
a little-
get-
no,
she
she looks
right
a little
there,
crazy.
She looks a little crazy. If you
No.
go back to the nipple one,
I don't think she looks crazy.
No,
I think
dude.
in the- there she doesn't. But
Listen.
in the nipple one, she's starting some crazy.
If
look.
she said, "I'm
I
gonna,"
didn't look at her face.
if she and I
That's-
dated, I would just say, do me a favor, just make it quick. All right, look at her eyes. Ready?
All right, this guy, she got crazy eyes.
Look at my eyes.
I can't see her
I
eyes.
can't see it.
She's on the screen.
Oh, hang on.
You're right. They're
Yeah.
very similar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can
Anyway,
you see your nipples?
listen, you want to see my nipples?
No.
No, I'm
This
not.
is a
Nobody,
family show.
nobody wants to see this.
Woo! Mm.
Anyway, no nipple. Next time, maybe I'll wear like a gossamer like material next time.
All right, Ivan wants his arrow back. Let's end this.
This is an hour you'll never get back. Ivan Albert. All right, I sat through the whole show. Can you guys give me my
Well,
hour?
let's work on getting.
No, why did you
Ivan
say
is hour
now,
back.
Ivan, man?
Eric, show's over. End it.
Ivan's mean.
Please.
Yeah.
Peace, everyone.
Good night, guys.
See you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.